Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Thanks for jumping onto the live stream today. I have John Haji with me, Director of Partnerships.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? We are just a few days away from SubSummit 2022. We are so excited. We are hosting our event live in person at the Swan and Dolphin Hotel inside Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. We could not be more excited to host our event and get back to our in-person SubSummit. For those that will not be able to make it, we are truly going to miss you. But don't you worry, we have a virtual element to SubSummit this year that will allow you to soak in all the knowledge from the event through our live streaming of our panel discussions, our keynote speaking sessions, our fireside chats, and more. And that's not all. We just released an event app a few days ago. So if you have the opportunity to download it through the App Store, it is available. It is titled SubSummit 2022. Once downloaded, you'll be able to access the floor plan, be able to see all the different types of exhibitors and vendors who are out there to help you grow and scale your business. You'll be able to chat with all those that are attending the event and just really get get inside the event to network with individuals there, bounce ideas off each other, share best practices, and more.
Yes, definitely recommend downloading the app if you get a free second. When you do download it, there is a password, and that is GetRecurly22. All right, awesome. Well, we can't wait to see you. Like John said, today we want to bring in one of our good friends to SUBTA. She was a speaker at last year's event, and she's been super engaged with the SUBTA community. We have the founder of Kids Baking Club and also business coach from Boost My Box here today, Jill Lodato. Jill, welcome.
Hey, Jill.
Hi.
Nice to see you guys.
Great to see you as well. Jill, so you're a wealth of knowledge in the subscription box industry, the subscription industry as a whole. You started off in brick and mortar, pivoted to a successful subscription box company, Kids Baking Club, and now you coach other subscription box owners and business owners in the space. What are some top challenges that come to mind for some of these business owners?
Well, first I want to say that when my business was shut down on March 13th, 2020, I don't know how I found out about SUBTA, but I found out about it and I actually joined the virtual seminar just 3 months after my business was shut down. And when you say I'm a coach and I'm a successful subscription box, I honestly owe it to SUBTA, because not only did I get all the resources that I needed, but during the virtual, I was on chats and I was meeting people. Lo from Passion and Growth, I met her through there. We started a subscription box womanpreneurs group on Facebook. It's now over 3,500 women. Wow. It all started because I went to SubSummit. Well, so to answer your question, right now there is this thing going on in our world with coming out of COVID, world concerns, inflation. Where I live in California, gas prices are $6.30. There's a lot of concern. Why would people want to buy into a subscription box, especially a recurring revenue type of box? The things that I'm saying right now as far as coaching my clients, and most of my clients are newbies, number one is you have to niche down now. You have to niche down. You cannot no longer have this wide net. You have to know who you're talking to, and you have to understand them so that they can understand you. The second is you have to keep connected with them. We're not an e-commerce store. We're not selling goods and just transacting money. We're actually creating a community, and you have to communicate with them. The other, and this is such a big one, and I know you guys speak of this all the time, is that you cannot create any confusion. The minute they go on your website, they better know what you're selling, who it's for, what the benefit is, what am I going to do right now, what's my call to action, and what are the price plans, and make sure it's not confusing. People do not stay on your website anymore. They don't have time. And the last is that there's a lot of businesses right now that actually are succeeding during this inflation time. So learn what those are. I just did a training on the 21 businesses that are soaring right now during inflation. And if you can actually jump on those types of business, or somehow connect that with your current business, you'll do well.
Yeah, I think one of the things that you touched on that I think we always speak about here at SubSummit and SUBTA is really engaging the community and building your business around the community. It's almost as if like the box or the product itself is secondary. It's like focusing on the experience that you're driving within the community is top priority for a lot of these business owners. And so I think
Yeah.
that you touching on that is really important. I think that is true.
Yeah, Julie Ball, who has Sparkle Hustle Grow, does a phenomenal job with that. She creates community for the women business owners so that her box can align with what the offer that she's doing and the service that she provides. She does a great job at that.
Do you think on the first thing you said, kind of driving down to the niche community or the niche brand or product? Do you think by doing that, that allows brands to also focus on delivering better marketing, better messaging to their audiences?
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
We just niched down. We're still Kids Baking Club, but we are now completely focused on teaching kids and parents how to decorate cookies like the professionals.
Yep.
And niching down has made our messaging, everything that we're doing, so much easier. And the minute that I started letting people know we were doing that, all of a sudden our sales went up because now they knew exactly what they were getting. Before we were teaching lots of different baking, and there's a lot of other competitors that do that. But now that we've niched down, we're the only subscription box right now that teaches kids how to decorate cookies like the professionals. So niching down has really, really helped us. And it does, now I can speak to my people so much easier than I was able to do 2 years ago. It's a little easier to sell 2 years ago than it is now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's so many different aspects to the subscription box industry. So being able to kind of focus in
Right.
probably allows you to kind of deliver that, niche messaging, allows you to focus in and be different.
Now, I know you mentioned niching down has allowed you to become even more successful with your marketing, but you were pretty successful the past couple years. If I recall, I believe we had Best Kids Box Cube Award awarded to Jill last year. Yes.
Yes, there it is.
So you've been doing pretty well.
That was a
And I
shock.
believe you joined us as a speaker last year as well. So as far as SubSummit, if there's viewers today that have not been before, Jill, what can they expect when they come?
Well, the one thing that we've learned in the last 2 years of being shut in, you can complain about everything, but the one thing that you can never complain on is that you never have the opportunity for knowledge. And SubSummit provides that. You're going to learn not only from the professionals and learn what trends are and what strategies, but you're going to learn from others by the people that you meet. There's an excitement of bringing people together. This is an unusual business, and it's really comforting to be around like-minded people. As you know, and Lauren, one of the things I wanted to say, I was loving my dad for 4 months before he went to heaven, right before the conference. And he passed away and 3 days before SubSummit. And I was supposed to fly to Dallas. And right before he passed away, I said, Dad, I can't go. And he goes, you have to go. And he grabbed my hand. The first person I saw coming down that escalator was Lauren. And I just want to say that you know that you're in the right place when you're with people that understand. And my business did suffer during those 4 months, but I wouldn't trade it for the year, for anything. So being around people that not only love you and care about you, but get you. One of the things that I did when I went to SubSummit, because I was grieving, I was an absolute mess. And I was really on autopilot, but one of the things I made a decision to do was to go to every single booth. Like I went to every single booth, handed my business card. I didn't know 80% of what these booths have been, but over the year, I've been emailed by them because I gave them my information and I'm getting to learn about them. And we've actually joined some of those companies because I took the time to actually do that. So if you are going to SubSummit or considering it, take advantage of that call because those are the people that are really spend their whole lifetime trying to help us and we can learn from them.
That's such a powerful story, Jill. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
I just remember coming together last year, and that was the first time that we'd really been able to come together.
Yeah.
Kind of post pandemic or mid pandemic. And it was so powerful just to be able to connect. I remember connecting with you face to face for the first time. Like, those connections are so valuable. And we're so excited to finally get to do it. And now we're back kind of full force in 2022, expecting over 1,000 attendees, and we absolutely cannot wait.
Yeah, exciting.
Jill, a lot of people are on the fence about attending the event in person or attending SubSummit. I think they think that maybe for the price of a ticket, they could put that towards other areas of marketing or double down maybe in their marketing efforts. What can you say to those that are on the fence to let them know that this is worth their investment?
Well, I just was recently listening to Gordon Cardone. He's this huge business investment guy. And he said the biggest mistake that small businesses make is that they do not invest in themselves. They do not invest in, they think that they're going to save money, but what they're doing is they're creating more time. Where when you invest in yourself, you actually save time and money.
Mm-hmm.
I would never today, especially, tell someone to save money by not going to SubSummit and using that money on Facebook ads, because I could probably guess that they do not even know how to do Facebook ads, and they don't have a converting website, that when they actually get the people to go to the website, that they have not created a customer journey where the person's going to not only buy, but actually stay with you. You'll learn all of that at SubSummit. And that's why it's important to take this investment and consider it, first of all, it's a write-off, but also take the investment for yourself. There is something about, it's called dopamine. Anytime we do something for ourselves, it creates a dopamine drop. And you're going to be dopamined out when you're at the summit. But the thing is, when you do something and create new knowledge for yourself, it actually extends your bravery, your courage, your confidence. And it's a continual thing that it becomes a habit. I always tell people that I'm coaching, just do one thing really well each day, because instead of this long to-do list, if you just do that one thing, you get that dopamine release, and you're going to want it every single day. It's the reason why my brother's a big surfer. He lives in Maui. And I'm like, why would you go out in the water and be hit by waves and set out? He goes, because it's such a rush that the next morning my body is so sore, but my brain has said, you need this dopamine. And that's why he does it. And that's what we need to keep doing too. And that's why SubSummit is such an important thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think about when we were in the merchant space running Gentleman's Box, there were so many, hurdles that you had to, jump through. And when you go to SubSummit, I mean, just even as a merchant there and hosting the event, but even as a merchant there, you could have these engaging conversations with people that you think are your competitors, but they're not. They're there to actually help you grow and scale your business. They're sharing, what works for them and what doesn't work for them. And you get involved in these like highly engaged conversations with suppliers, with vendors, with other merchants and quote unquote competitors. And I think that, the pieces of information you take from, one or two individuals in itself, and you go try to implement in your business is worth the while in itself.
Yeah, I love that. And I remember meeting you last year at the little party. We had sushi together.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
And I know,
But I would say there's really no such thing as competitors,
Right.
because competitors is proof of concept.
Sure.
There's someone that I'm coaching that has the same box as me.
That's amazing.
But there's 100 million people in the United States that have kids.
Right.
So I'm not worried.
Yeah. Right. And I'm sure that that person that you're coaching, you're loving coaching them even more because you're able to share what works with your business, and you're able to see them kind of grow and scale. And when that, for them, their business coming to fruition, growing and scaling, and seeing the excitement that they're achieving, that's got to make you feel really, really excited.
Yeah.
Well, I know we've mentioned it before, but to your point, Jill, we have we've kind of thoughtfully and mindfully crafted different networking times throughout the event. So again, we've got crazy valuable sessions. We're so excited for that. But again, it's like eating sushi with your new box bestie or being able to network at the after party. Like, please take advantage of those times because those are so valuable.
Yeah, there was all these tables that were set up at the SubSummit,
Yeah.
and I would just kind of walk up to one of the tables. I met the ladies, the husband and wife from the micro puzzles. They just did the pitch competition,
Yeah.
and so it was just neat to kind of walk up because I was by myself. I didn't have anyone with me, and I just would go up to different tables and just go, "Hey, what are you doing?" And then there's all the different networking, which is great. The other thing too is that even though the sessions are only 20 minutes, every single session that I went to, the speaker would announce at the beginning, I will stay after if you have any questions. And they would always go out, like I even did that. We would walk out to the hallway and we would have people 20, 30 minutes continually asking us questions. So don't think that that one little 20-minute slot is going to hinder you. If you really need more information, you're welcome to go and talk to the speakers afterwards.
That's great advice. And I know you had mentioned earlier there's a ton going on in the world right now. We're well aware of that as well. And we want to make sure that everyone that is interested in getting this content for SubSummit 22 can receive it. So we do have a virtual experience for people to drop in and live stream the events as well. If you can't attend in person and you're live streaming in, do you have any advice, Jill, for those attendees, how they can take advantage and kind of leverage community in a virtual way?
What I did that year was I blocked out the certain times of that day and I just made myself available to the actual conferences. And then I looked on to see who was speaking and what I felt that was going to be beneficial. And I made sure I attended those. And then there's the open forum where you have the main stage. But when I wasn't in a seminar, I would go on the chat. And I met quite a few people through that chat. I think I did meet Lorena through that chat. So that's a way for you can get in there and just introduce yourself, make yourself known, and make it like you're still part of it, but you're not actually physically there. Again, you need to invest in this because you're going to get so much information and wealth of knowledge that'll be invaluable for sure.
I think what's important there too is getting in and chatting with people, right? I think a lot of people don't take advantage of that. They'll go into the platform. They'll sit in on the live sessions and the speaking sessions and the fireside chats, and then not take advantage of actually jumping into that chat and just connecting with somebody. You never know where a conversation is going to take you or what it may do for your business. I mean, you met Lorena through there, and
Yeah.
it's proven to be a successful, fruitful relationship. And so, I think it's important that people do get in there and they engage and chat with other people.
Yeah, most people that start this business are really doing it from their home. And for whatever reason, it could be that you need to make extra income and you have kids, or you had, like for me, when my business was shut down, that it is a solopreneur. You have to make sure that you don't think of yourself as a solopreneur, that you actually are with a tribe and that you can keep connected with those people because people really don't understand what we're doing. I was at a situation recently and they asked what I did and I explained. They go, "What is a subscription box?" And I'm like, oh my gosh. So we just never assume that they know exactly what you're doing, and we have to be around people that understand it.
Yes, I love the advice about like finding your tribe. And I have found no one more welcoming than this community, in particular at SubSummit. So like you said, make sure you're chatting. Again, download the mobile app. It's SubSummit 2022. The password to access is GetRecurly22. And you can connect with other attendees. You can direct message them. So yes, take advantage of all these connection opportunities. And if you have not purchased your ticket yet, you can still grab your virtual ticket. So head over to subsummit.com and grab those.
Okay.
Jill, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate having this conversation with you and really just your insights in the subscription box world. And you've continued to inspire and motivate others with your story and your background and what you've gone through. I think you're somebody that's really taken advantage of networking and engaging in this community. And I think that you're a true example of someone that really has invested in themselves to grow their business. And so the advice that you've been able to provide to others, I think is extremely important. And honestly, I can't thank you enough for being able to jump on this live with us and share that information with us.
It was an honor, and I wish you guys all the most amazing time. And I can see that there's you can do the virtual ticket at $99. You have to do that. do not waste that. That's 20 cups of coffee you can get left.
I love breaking down things to like the small things that we buy: coffee, candy bar, a bag of chips,
handful of subscription boxes.
A handful of subscription boxes.
It's one blouse you're going to buy at Nordstrom's that you're never.
Yeah, exactly.
You know us too well.
Yep.
We'll grab the link to get your $99 virtual ticket. It will be dropped in the chat. Jill, again, thank you so much. And we will see you virtually next week. So we can't wait to connect.
We'll be on chat. So everyone say hi to me.
Yeah, absolutely. And whether you're coming in person or virtually, we cannot wait to connect with you. Everyone, safe travels if you are coming to Orlando. Jill, thank you so much. Everyone have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend.
Yes, thanks you guys.
Awesome. Thank you.
Bye.